Keeping Stonehenge standing, the ancient monument undergoes its first major repairs in more than 60 years.
So it's thousands of years old, one of the world's most famous prehistoric monuments. The question is, how do you keep Stonehenge standing?
Well, after assessing the stones, English Heritage has launched a major conservation project to keep the site safe for the future. Breakfast's John Maguire has been finding out.
Metal scaffolding may be an incongruous sight next to the ancient structure, and it will be taken down every evening over the next few weeks. Such is the determination to keep Stonehenge open and looking as normal as possible. This conservation work is in itself historic. The last time something of this scale was undertaken was more than 60 years ago, when the ladders were wooden, you could smoke a pipe while working, and protective headgear was a woolly hat. Much has changed over the decades, but the problems remain.
A few years ago we did do a laser scan of every single stone, so we've got a very good record now of all the cracks and the holes, a lot of which are natural and geological, but also one of the lintels, for example, was stitched together in the 1950s, so we're going to be doing some repair work to that because at the time they used a mortar that was very hard, and we're going to replace that with lime mortar.
Surveying the earlier work at the time was 8-year-old Richard Woodman Bailey. His father was the chief architect, and young Richard concealed a coin within the stones. Today, 63 years on, despite being older and wiser, he'll do the same again with a £2 coin, struck specially for the occasion by the Royal Mint.
It's a real honour for me to be able to do this today. Over 60 years has passed, and to find that it's something that's been remembered and has been recorded, in fact, as happening, to be able now, as they are going to be doing some further minor repairs to some of the stones this year, to be able to follow up that 1958 coin with a 2021 Britannia, £2 proof Britannia coin is really a great honour indeed.
Repairing, restoring, conserving, there are subtle differences, and at this World Heritage Site everything is tightly controlled. After all, they're working in the footsteps of giants.
Now, they may not have used phrases like structural engineer or architect 4,500 years ago, but they were very clever people. On top of each pillar there's a tenon joint. It's that bit of rock that you can see sticking up. They would then go inside this mortise hole, so the lintels would have sat on top of the pillars. We think this one was never actually placed on top of the pillar. We don't know why. As with so much in Stonehenge, it remains a mystery.
With our changing climate, English Heritage is aware that the stones will face different weather patterns, so the hope is to future-proof the work for at least the next 60, 70, maybe 100 years. Which, of course, when this place is 4,500 years old, is the merest blink of an eye. John Maguire, BBC News, Stonehenge.
Oh, I love Stonehenge. What lovely pictures of it as well.
It's
Fantastic.
gorgeous, isn't it?
Yeah.